Hi, this is Rob from Access. We're talking Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, huge MMO coming to PS3 and PS4. So first of all, Final Fantasy is traditionally this single-player game, and fans of the series have been playing it for years and years, and it might be their first MMO, Final Fantasy XIV. So what are you doing with the game to ensure that fans of the traditional single-player Final Fantasy games aren't too daunted by this huge world of Final Fantasy XIV?
I know,
hearing the word MMO and that it's an online game could be quite scary. It suggests that you've got to communicate with other players, to chat and talk to other players, and that's very hardcore. I know that sort of image surrounds MMO and online. But Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn has been designed just as any other Final Fantasy title. You can expect beautiful graphics and a deep storyline. Also, up to level 15, you don't need to join a party, you can play solo, and even after that, though you'll be exploring dungeons, we have a system called Duty Finder that automatically matches you with other party members. So it's really casual, and I'm sure you'll feel like you're just playing an offline game. So don't be scared, just try it out thinking this is the latest Final Fantasy title, and I'm sure you'll start enjoying it straight away.
いつも通りにまずプレイをしてもらえれば、すぐに良さが分かってもらえると思います。
Obviously, MMOs are traditionally like big PC titles with a very complex user interface. How are you tailoring that control system and that user interface onto the PlayStation 3 controller to make it, less daunting for players?
まずそもそもそのグローバルスタンダードの MMORPG プレイヤーが
Because this is an MMO, of course we have the global standard user interface, which is mouse and keyboard. Especially for console players for PS3 and PS4, we invented this dedicated gamepad user interface. This allows you to have just as smooth a gaming experience. We call it cross hotbar. With a mouse and keyboard, you can point to whatever target you want to straight away and have shortcut keys for actions, while the controller is more of a selecting device. So what we've done with the cross hotbar, you can select all the actions you want in advance and set it to your cross hotbar, and by pressing the button you can have the action immediately. All 128 types of skills can be set using this cross hotbar, so regardless of your class or job within the game, it's going to be a very easy user interface.
MMORPG グローバルスタンダードの MMORPG を家庭用ゲーム機で快適にプレイするっていうための最大の工夫になってます。
I've noticed a chocobo on the screen there. You've got a Moogle on your lap. Can you give us some examples of some things that have been in Final Fantasy for ages? Spells, maybe summon monsters that people who are fans of the series can expect to see in Final Fantasy XIV.
今回特に僕が Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn で
The key word for building Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn is to make sure it's really a Final Fantasy-like game. So we put a lot of effort into making players feel like this is a Final Fantasy game, especially the classic Final Fantasies. Those fans from the classic Final Fantasy titles would expect to fight against Ifrit at the beginning, and so of course you will be fighting Ifrit. And then there's Titan, Odin, and you'll be fighting a huge behemoth, of course. So we really paid attention and brought lots of elements from other parts of the Final Fantasy series. Also, each player has lots of memories of previous Final Fantasy titles. For example, we're going to implement Magitech armor from Final Fantasy VI, and in the near future you'll be able to get your own Magitech armor and you'll be able to ride it. That day will be coming soon. Not only will you be able to ride Magitech armor, but there's a storyline related to it which I'm sure the old fans will really enjoy. I really want you to play it and find out what Final Fantasy elements you can find in the game.
プレイをしてもらえれば本当にこれぞファイナルファンタジーだと思ってもらえるようなゲームにしたつもりです。
So that is Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn coming to PS3 and PS4. If you want to see more of our videos from Gamescom, we've got loads on our channel. Don't forget to subscribe. That is youtube.com/PlayStation Access.